My name's Philip Marquez. I'm 52 and I live in Sedbergh in the Lake District. My ability is Homophotosynthisis. That's a word that I invented for my ability. I called it that because it's similar to the way that plants get their energy from the sun, and that's the way I get my energy. It's a similar sort of process. I first realised I had this ability when I was in my late teens. Up until then, I'd had a fairly normal childhood, and then I realised, as I say, I had this ability. I have to be very careful on what kind of day it is outside. If it's a very dull day, my energy levels go down, and I'm very listless. I find it hard to have energy to do things. On the other hand, if it's a very warm day, I have too much energy, so I have trouble then burning my energy up. The problem is in winter, because of the very short days, there's not much light, so from probably late October to the middle of March, I've got very low energy levels because there's not much sun. Bright sunshine, I tend to have a lot more energy. So as a consequence of that, I play a lot of sport in summer. In winter, I don't really do much because I haven't got much energy. I tend to play squash, but squash is in effect a winter sport, so I don't actually start playing till about the middle of March, until about the end of October. And I also do, in summer, I also do a lot of running, because it's outdoor sport, plenty of sunshine. But I found out I've done so much of it, I've damaged my knees because I was doing that much road running to use up all my energy, that I've actually injured both my knees. When I was younger, it was good to burn all the energy off, because my body was young. As I'm getting older, my body has trouble coping with the energy levels, and I'm getting injuries because I'm using all my energy up. So it's taking its toll on my body. In summer, I hardly ever eat. In winter, I eat absolutely loads of food. So that's the difference. When I was younger, I actually trained as a chef, but I had to give that up because I was eating so much food and tasting it, mainly in the summer, that I put on loads of weight, put on 5 stone, and I just had to give it up. I was born in Huddersfield, brought up in Huddersfield. My mother's English, my father's French. When I was 12 or 13, we moved to the south of France. But as my powers developed in my late teens, I found that the climate was just too much for me, too much sun basically. So I had to move back to England. So I moved to Sedbergh on the edge of the Lake District, which doesn't get that much sun. My powers have changed over time. They've steadily got stronger as time's gone along since then, which means I've got to find more ways of getting rid of my power. No one really knows about my power. The only people who knew were my parents. But basically, not affected my life in terms of relationships with people because I've not told anybody. No one knows. People just think I'm having a bad day if in winter. They just think I'm just having a bad day, and in summer they just think I'm full of energy, and they don't know why. So I've never told anybody.